Alright. Let's fire him up. We go live in. Dennis!
Joey!
Jackie! Nice. So battery's still off because, yeah, we're gonna do the brake light. What is it called in English?
Brake light switch?
Yeah, brake light switch. We're gonna do that after the meet. But now we've got a little meet planned.
We are in the last preparations now. Here's a dining plan for today. And hopefully few nice cars coming. And yeah, for the first meet we will start a little bit kleiner.
We're gonna start
a little bit smaller, yeah.
A little smaller, yeah. I mean, not zoom in, yeah. So it's just gonna be a little meet for friends and family, pretty much. And cool cars, good food. Let's go.
Vielen Dank für die Einladung. Noch eine
Gerne.
Kleinigkeit.
Vielen lieben Dank.
Geil, Mann.
Ein Schaltknüppel-Hoodie für euch zwei.
Vielen Dank.
Dankeschön.
Bitte.
Bester Mann.
I walked away when I could have said I wanted more but I needed less. The thought of pain felt so delicate. You never wanted what was best. I slept on nights just so you could rest. I walked in glass so you could progress. I want my sleeves to cover up the mess. You never needed what was best. It's not you. That you let me go. All I wanted was to know. Wasn't me, wasn't what I said. Am I to blame for the shit you did? You let me think that you understand. Did you know that you stopped me from that? It's not you, it's me. Thinking how we could have been. Tell me what you want.
So I'm just editing the video. Super thankful for each and every one of you that were there. You definitely made our day and it was just so much fun. So if you were there at the meets, You probably noticed that once I opened the trunk to show the space that is in the trunk, it was rather catastrophic. So the thing was, I opened the trunk and you will not believe what happened. So a few weeks earlier, we had the track days at the Nürburgring, and I went home to my old apartment to get the old battery from the Red Swift that I bought off my dad, and I put it in the trunk, right? So old battery in the trunk. I was like, okay, just bring it to Dennis because the car is going to stay there anyways for the 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever that it was, something like that. And I didn't take out the battery. And I told Dennis, okay, if you have time, just take it out, whatever. I should have taken it out because it fell over and all of the battery acid leaked out all over the trunk floor. So I was like, oh my God. When I opened the trunk, my mood immediately changed from having the best day ever to Anyways, so I tried to keep my cool. I didn't want to ruin the mood of everybody, so I was just like, okay, screw it, we're gonna take care of it later. So we went back to Dennis' place. Thank you so much to my dad who helped me, and also Dennis. They both helped me to take out the audio system because the big bass that was in the back that I specifically put in there again so I can go for night drives with my girlfriend and show her the bass. You know, pretty good audio system in there, pretty expensive. And yeah, so that was not going to happen because, well, the bass thankfully didn't get any damage, so that was good, but all of the acid just ran down in between the cracks and everything from the floorboards that were in the trunk right over the amp. So I was like, oh my God, really? And all of the floor, all of the metal, which, if you know, battery acid is like the worst thing you can do to metal. So yeah, we took out all of the components from the audio system. We cleaned it up as best as we could. And then we drove the car a little uphill and then popped out the rubber seal in the trunk so all the water could go out, because we went ahead and poured buckets of water into the trunk, neutralizing the acid, or trying at least to neutralize the acid as best as we could. And we literally put like 20-30 buckets in there. I was scrubbing with my hands because I didn't have any like brush or anything I could scrub with. It ate through parts of the sound deadening, as you can see here. It also ate through a part, which I'm going to tell you later, which is just so it was just such a stupid mistake leaving the battery in there. And yeah, anyways, so it ate through part of the sound deadening, which I will get rid of in the winter. I'm going to order some dry ice and, you know, smash it out with a hammer or something so everything's nice and clean in there. We neutralized it as best as we could, dried everything off, also neutralized all the wiring that was going in there. We, of course, disconnected all the cables from the battery beforehand, so there was no positive charge going anywhere anymore through those cables from the audio system, which was very important. Otherwise, we probably would have shot everything to shit. So, yeah, we took care of that, and then we packed the audio system up in the box. I took it with me, and I was pretty devastated because of the floorboards. You know, of course I do want to put in new carpet someday, which now I have a reason to put in new carpet because the carpet was eaten through completely. I pressure washed the floorboards off at my girlfriend's parents' house, and it was insane how much acid was still in there. So yeah, those are drying off. Thankfully the plastic didn't get ruined. Just the carpet itself. But yeah, I'm gonna see which carpet I'm gonna pick, because maybe I'll do the rest of the interior as well. So I don't know if I'm gonna stick with gray. I don't think so. Probably gonna go with black because I want a black interior at some point for the car, because I've never seen a Stager with a black interior. They always had this gray carpet, so I think it would look pretty nice in there, especially with the checkered pattern floor mats that I have from G Corporation, these right here. So a few weeks have passed. I've taken out the stereo system and I've cleaned all the components. Thankfully, nothing got on the motherboards and all the electrical components inside the audio system, just on the outside, on the aluminum housings and stuff. So that's good. Some cables were full of acid, but I cleaned everything off. So should theoretically all work again. It was a nightmare cleaning that stuff. The amp has these aluminum fins on the side where, you know, it dissipates heat, and they were caked full of acid, which was disgusting. Some of the paint, of course, came off through that. The metal was still doing all right, so not much damage there. But yeah, clean everything off with water and then put everything back together. sprayed some black on it so it doesn't look as crappy as this, like was before through the acid. Going back to the trunk, so when we poured water in there and tried to neutralize the acid, and I took off the parts of the sound deadening that actually got destroyed through the acid, I noticed there was a hole in the trunk, and I was like, how the heck is there a hole in my trunk, which I've laid under the stager for 2 weeks, removing all the rust everywhere and sealing it up and everything. And a few days later I remembered I saw that hole before, but the sound deadening was over it. So back then when we did the restoration, I took care of all the rust, even on that hole, and I just sealed it up properly because I was like, okay, there's a sound deadening over there, nothing's gonna get up there anyways, so it's fine if it's all sealed properly and the rust is gone. But now, since the sound deadening is gonna go anyways, I have a reason to plug up that hole. So my plan is to just drill it out, take care of the metal, treat it so nothing can rust anymore, seal it all up, and then just put in one of those rubber plugs like on the back side where we let the water go out. I already ordered some in different sizes, so whatever size I need, I'm gonna just plug it with that so nothing happens anymore, because I don't want to start welding on the car because it's never been welded before. There's no reason to, so I'll just plug it up with a rubber plug and it should be fine. But all in all, it's October right now, and it's about time to put away the stager for the winter because I don't have any winter tires. I'm not planning on ever driving the car in the winter again. I don't want any salt getting on there, so the plan is to put the stager away in a few weeks and then also take care of the hole that I found, the sound deadening that's gonna go, and also rewrapping carpets around the affected parts that I just mentioned, the floorboards from the trunk. So that's all gonna get taken care of during the winter sometime. And next video, you're gonna find out a genius idea I had for a winter/daily car. So it's definitely gonna fit the theme Touge Cult, Secret Touge Cult. So I'm pretty excited for that. Had a little bit of a existential crisis after buying the car, but all good. Talked to my body guy and he said the car is savable, so that's good news. But you're gonna find out in the next video. Thank you again to everyone that was at the first ever Secret Touge meet. It was just such a good day and can't thank you guys enough. From the bottom of my heart, and also Dennis's heart, I'm talking for him as well. We had a blast, so thank you again. And if you did like the video and you're still here, go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned for more, because the next videos are gonna be it's either going to be a good financial decision. Well, it's not going to be. Let's be real. It's not going to be a good financial decision. So stay tuned for those shenanigans and we'll keep you posted. See you in the next video.